Hello students, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to Online Tayari. I am Meghna and I'm here as usual to explain today's current affairs. Okay students, let us begin our class with the first question for today. So, which state has become the first state to release a unique report which highlights its conservation efforts to save plants from extinction? Okay. The right option is option C, Uttarakhand. So the state of Uttarakhand has become the first one to publish a unique report underscoring the efforts to save over 1,100 rare plants from extinction. Okay, the objective of the program is germplasm conservation to conserve species even if they disappear from their natural habitat in the wild. So what this conservation program it includes is like herbs like giloy, chitrak, kalmeg and ashwagandha which have been included in the research to find a possible cure to coronavirus by the scientists. The program has been implemented by whistleblower forest officer Sanjeev Chaturvedi. Okay. So around 1145 plant species have been conserved and 46 species out of total conserved are endemic to Uttarakhand and 68 species are rare, endangered or threatened. So this will come under the red list of the International Union for Conservation of Nature, that is IUCN. So the report, which is one of the largest repositories of conserved plants, was released on 24th May. Okay, so let us move to the second one. What is the theme for the International Day to End Obstetric Fistula? So the theme is option B, End Gender Inequality, End Health Inequality and Fistula Now. Okay. So when is it observed? When is this day observed? It is observed on May 23rd every year. Okay, so you know what is the date and what is the theme as well. Okay, so obstetric fistula is among the most severe and tragic injuries that can happen at childbirth. So the UNGA, that is United Nations General Assembly, have also passed a resolution, and it utilizes the International Day to increase awareness and intensify actions towards ending obstetric fistula significantly. So this condition, this fistula condition, it generally leaves women incontinent, and due to which they are often shunned by their society, and they live in the condition for years and decades due to non-availability of proper treatment. Okay, you're clear with it? Let's move to the third one. Who is the head of the high-level panel formed to recommend reforms in India's drug regulatory system? It is option A, Rajesh Bhushan. So Rajesh Bhushan is the head of the high-level panel formed to recommend reforms in India's drug regulatory system. So the committee has been formed by the central government, which comprises of 11 members, and the Ministry of Health and Drugs Controller General of India, Dr. Ishwara Reddy, will provide assistance to the committee for adopting global standards in the regulation of drugs and medical services. Sorry, drugs and medical devices. Okay. So I hope you're with me, students. I hope you all are attentive and following what I'm telling. I hope you're clear with the third question as well. Let's move to the fourth one. Which state observed 25th May as Jiram Shraddhanjali Divas? It is option D, Chhattisgarh. So the state government of Chhattisgarh has observed the Jiram Shraddhanjali Divas on 25th May. So why is it observed? They're paying tribute to the Congress leaders who were killed in a maoistic attack in Bastar district on 25th May in 2013 in Jiram Valley Naxal attack. So the decision to observe the day was taken by Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel. Okay, you're clear with it. Let's move to the fifth one. Which state government has accorded industrial status to sports recently? Okay, it is option D, Mizoram. So, the state government of Mizoram has accorded industrial status to sports with the objective of generating employment, granting industry status to the sector. It will help in meeting the sports person requirements and others involved in the sector. So Mizoram has a pool of football players and which they play for leading clubs of the country, and also several players from hockey and weightlifting who have also performed well. So Sports Minister Robert Romavia Roy have given advice for the granting to status to sports, and this will also be benefiting the investors and promoters of sports apart from giving the largest benefits to the sports person. The most known football league in India is the Indian Super League, which was started in October 12th, 2014. Yeah, it was in 2014. Okay, so this is about the whole question, and also I've given you an extra information about when was the football league started in India and which is the famous known. Okay, let's move to the sixth one. In which state is the Kangra tea produced? So you have four options. You can also guess because it recently got GI tag. So it is option A, Himachal Pradesh. So the Kangra tea is produced in Kangra district of Himachal Pradesh, and it was accorded GI tag, that is geographical indication status, in the year 2005. Okay. So both green tea and black tea have been produced in the valley since the mid 19th century. So why are we studying this question? So they've got GI tag in also, and you know where it is produced, everything. And why is this context? Why are we studying this? It's because ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research, they're going to replace hydroxychloroquine with anti-HIV drugs to enhance immunity and reduce replication of the virus. That is, will be revised the protocol. So, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, who is the Director, Institute of Himalayan Biosource Technology, which is based in Palampur, Himachal Pradesh, they have stated that the chemicals in Kangra tea could provide effective in enhancing immunity. So, based on his statement, the fact is that coronavirus activity can be blocked better by the chemicals of tea than the anti-HIV drugs. So, as of now, we all are aware that we are to fight against the COVID-19, that's coronavirus, we are using anti-HIV formulations. So the doctor has been telling that compared to anti-HIV drugs, the chemicals of this tea, that is Kangra tea, is more effective. Very interesting question. So in this webinar organized at IHBT, that is Himalayan Bioresource Technology, on the occasion of the International Tea Day, discussions were held on the benefits of Kangra tea for the society and also the industry. Okay, let's move to the seventh one. Which state sports organization has signed an MOU with TCLL to impart training to aspiring athletes? It is option B, Gujarat. Okay. The Sports Authority Gujarat has signed a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with the Time Center for Learning Limited. It is for imparting training to aspiring athletes throughout Gujarat for personality and skill development. The partnership between Sports Authority Gujarat and TCLL will address the issues of sports person, and it will help them manage their games and become true sportsmen in process. So, under the partnership, over 2,000 young and aspiring athletes will be trained across Gujarat, initially in areas like Tapi, Nadiad, Anand, Porbandar, Surat, etc. Okay, so this is the first of its kind summer training camp, and participants for the same will be selected using an enlisting process for participation in rigorous training camp, and it will also be conducted over 3 months. Okay, let's move to the eighth one. Which organization has released the report Payroll Reporting in India, an Employment Perspective in March 2020? It is option C, National Statistical Office. Okay, so the report is based on the payroll data of new subscribers of the numerous social security schemes that is run by ESIC, which is a retirement fund body of EPFO, and also the pension fund under the regulator PFRDA. So, according to the report, approximately 8.21 lakh new members have joined the Social Security scheme that is run by the Employee State Insurance Corporation in March 2020 compared to 11.83 lakh in February. Okay, understood, students? Let's move to the ninth one. Okay. So, which state is implementing the Solar Fence Farmland Protection Program? It is option B, Tamil Nadu. So, the state government of Tamil Nadu, they've trying to implement the preliminary works of the unique Solar Fence Farmland Protection Program. And the program is being implemented under the Central Agriculture Improvement Scheme, and the interim break from the usual agricultural devices or agricultural activities due to COVID-19 pandemic is being used by the farmers in innovative works of preparation. The electric fences are powered by non-polluting solar panels which are eco-friendly and are being set up in various parts of the state to decrease the risk of attacks on animals. Attacks from animals, especially the elephants. Okay. So, under the scheme, 50% of construction costs of electric fences will be provided as a subsidy to the farmers. A very good news actually. It should be helping the farmers in a very right way. Okay, let's move to the 10th and the final question for the day. When is the International Missing Children's Day observed? It is option A, 25th May. So, this day, it is observed every year on 25th May. It is to remember and pay tribute to the children who have gone missing and have been found. Okay. The symbol of the International Missing Children's Day is the forget-me-not flower. The day was initially proclaimed by the US President Ronald Reagan on 25th May 1983 as a National Missing Children's Day, following the disappearance of a 6-year-old boy, Ethan Patz, in 1979 on his way to school in New York City. Okay, so this is about the background. So the International Children's Day was formally recognized in the year 2001 by the collaborative efforts of International Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and also Missing Children Europe and European Commission. Okay. So, I hope you all are clear with the 10th question as well, students, and I also assume that you all are clear with all the 10 questions I have discussed until now. Tomorrow, I'll be coming up with another set of MCQs for you. Until then, please do stay at home, stay safe, stay tuned to Online Tayari. This is Meghna, signing off. Bye.